be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna 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 be a...
So I've just got to the park where I'm going to do my session today, so I'm just waiting for a friend to turn up. I'll just give you a little bit of a rundown of this week, because I've been running at night, so it's been a bit dark, so I've not been able to film too much. So I've had to switch some things around. So normally I do my long run at the back end of the week. So I did my long run on Monday, so it was a bit of a traily, hilly one with a friend, and we did about 11 miles. We got back in, and then Danny was going out for her run, so we joined her for her 5k, and then that rounded it up to 14 miles for that night. And then last night it was a club run, so a nice easy pace, just being a bit more sociable. So it was really nice to get a good chatty run in and see people that I've not seen at club for a while. But no, I'll hopefully get some footage of the session today. I'm not too sure what to wear because it seems warm. It's about 13 degrees I think, but it's quite windy, so I don't know whether to put gloves and a thermal on, or a snood, sorry, or just to leave it off. So I'll see. I'll make my decision once I'm getting my shoes on, see what the weather's actually like when I get out the car. Only got a couple more sets left. It's really windy, so going against the wind is tough. I've underestimated the weather. I'm in a thermal. Really shouldn't have worn it. I think it's about 13 degrees. I thought it was going to be a lot colder due to the wind, but it's not. So I've got to go and bear it, get it done. So I've got 20 seconds left before I do my next one. Last set, so last minute, I'm gonna just push it and just see what happens, see what pace I can hit. Let's just go all out, see what happens, see if I can keep it nice and consistent, but see if I can make it my quickest one yet. Definitely wasn't my quickest. Very tough in the wind. Got caught in it quite a few times. Tried to push through. I think that one was a sub 5, so really happy. I think I've done quite a bit under sub 5, but I've not really looked at my watch when I'm running. I try and just run off feel like I did last week. There was no target. Hopefully I've gone sub 5 and all. That's what I had in my head, but if I haven't, it's not to worry. I know that it's a tough session, especially in this wind, but also it's just my second session back, or third, should I say, to be fair. Interval session done. It was really good. Very windy, like I say. It was really tough in parts, headwind, but then other parts it was really good. There was no wind, so you could just fly down. There was bits, especially in the windy bits, it didn't feel like I was moving anywhere. Didn't feel like anything was moving. I didn't think I was hitting pace or anything. I felt like I was working really hard but going nowhere. Whereas when I went on the straight and there was no wind, I felt like I was flying, and it was amazing. But really happy how it went. I had a friend join me on this one, Mr. John Walker, the legend. So we ran at our own paces, and then I just shepherded back for him on our recovery and stuff, and recovered together, and then went off and did the session. So it was really nice to have a friend, because a lot of the time I do a lot of solo runs, especially sessions with work and things like that. I don't tend to get to run with too many people, so I tend to do it all by myself. So today it was nice to have him with me, so massive thank you to John and stuff. So it was a 2 mile warm up, and then we changed it a little bit ourselves. So it was meant to be 10 times a minute, but with a minute's rest, but we changed it and did 5 times a minute with a minute rest, and then we did 5 30 seconds with 30 seconds rest, and then into 5 minutes again into a minute's rest, and then a 2 mile cool down. But I've just done about 3 miles now, just did a little bit more filming of the park that I'm in. It's nice and flat, so nothing like last week when I was on the hilly cross country route kind of thing, so makes a massive difference. Really happy with how the session went. Hitting pace, I think I didn't really want to work off pace, but once I clocked what I was doing, I really wanted to try and keep it. I don't look at my watch too much throughout sessions. Like I say, I do like to work off a hard effort, and I did feel like I was doing that. It's hard to judge, especially in the wind, when you're pushing really hard and you're not going anywhere, to realise what pace you're hitting. So see what happens, and I'll have a look at my watch once I get back and see what actually the session was like. Morning, it's Saturday, just done Peter Pan parkrun, so a nice little warm up for this afternoon's race. So I'm heading to Humberside Cross Country Championships. I did win it last year. I am hoping to do something similar, or at least make the team. So that's the biggest aim, is to try and make the team. So I can do inter-counties in March, I believe it normally is. So we'll see how that goes. So today was just a nice easy run at parkrun. I ran with Lauren, a friend, just to try and keep it nice chatty and keep my pace nice and down. So now we're just gonna head for some food. I was gonna film some bits last night, but it got a little bit dark and it was raining, so the footage wouldn't have been too good. So last night was just a nice easy run. I think I clocked about 5.5 miles, just to keep the legs ticking over. On Thursday was a rest, so I was trying to just rest my legs and freshen them up as much as I can. This week I've not really tapered or anything for today, because I've just used it part of my training plan. So we'll just see how the legs are when I go this afternoon. We've arrived in Grimsby, so we've gone, picked our numbers up, we've pinned them, so now we're just trying to stay nice and warm and dry. It is very wet and it is raining, it is windy, so proper cross country weather. So go do a warm up in about 10-15 minutes. Go a bit on the course, go check it out, see what it's like. A few teammates on the females, they've already ran it and said the course isn't too bad, but they ran first, so it might be cut up now, because at the moment we've got some juniors and stuff going out. So we're racing at 1:15, so it might be a bit more cut up, especially if the rain carries on. But it's through woods, so we should get a little bit of dry and hopefully away from the wind for a bit. I have done this course before. I've only done it once and I really enjoyed it. This is 7 laps though, so we've got 2 medium laps and 5 large, so it's going to be a massive mental toughness kind of day. Also, I've got to try and remember how many laps I'm on as well. That's the biggest challenge. So hopefully Danny can help me count. She's here, hopefully going to take some videos of me and pictures of the team and things as we go around. Like I said before this morning, we are aiming for at least the top 7, as that means that I can get into the Humberside team. But if not, I'd try and replicate what I did last year and win it. But there is some fast people here today. Not a lot of people like cross country though. I find it either too tough or too hilly or whatever, but I really like it. I do add it in my training. Obviously in my week 1 I've got a bit of cross country training, so if you have not checked that out, go check it out, and I'll post it on here, so you can go and click the link and do it. So I'm going to go warm up in a minute and then hopefully get some footage of me running around.
Stuart's currently done 2 medium laps, 1 large, and he's currently in 3rd place, looking really strong. And another one of our team's just coming around now, Luke.
Cool down done. Just trying to get them last little bit of miles in for the week. Legs are feeling very, very fatigued after that cross country race. Really happy with how it went. Came 3rd overall, so I've made the team, which I'm delighted about. That was the main goal. It would have been nice to try and win it again, but there were some quick people here today, and I couldn't keep with the front 2. But oh hell, it was a training run. All I wanted to do was run hard. I've not looked at my splits or anything like that at the moment, so I don't even know what they are. I tried to look at them as they ticked over, but when you're racing I don't really remember them, so I'm not sure what they are, so just digress that when I get back in. But hopefully Danny has got some footage for me whilst I've been running, so I'll have to take a look at that as well. At the moment there is just the under 17s, and that's the last one left, and it'll be all done for the day. But it is a really nice course, this one. I really enjoyed it. There was a tough little hill, but barring that it was all through woods and forests and stuff like that, so definitely a beautiful run. It wasn't very technical, but it was underfoot a little bit harder than it should have been. But cross country is always a little bit different and a bit harder than your normal running. That's what we aim for. So this is why one of the main reasons I add this into my training, even if it is doing some speed work on a cross country kind of route or racing cross country. So Inter-county is in March, so I'll be going to that, so I'll be able to get some footage of that as well when I race it.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good